I sold drugs for about 19 and a half years before I got busted. And I think by the grace of God, I went to prison because I don't think I would have lasted another year out because that's how wild I was.
Welcome to TUIS. I am your host, Glody Supreme. I'm super excited. Another episode. And today I'm with, if you could tell us your name and where you're from.
Rick, my name is Rick Gonzales from Ferris, Texas.
Listen, I got to fellowship with Rick and I got to really hear his heart. He has a powerful testimony. I'm super excited for you being here today and just being able to, share your testimony. It was so impacted and so touching. And I was like, man, I would love to have you here on my show and just, share your testimony to somebody that's watching. So I got a question I want to ask you, Rick. How was life growing up for you?
It was good.
That was good?
It was good. Good childhood. Mom and dad were both in the house. 7 of us in the house, and mom and dad, so 9.
9.
Good family, come from a good family. Yeah.
It's rare, not in our generation now, it's rare you see a family that have a father and a mother in the same home. It's really rare nowadays. Nowadays you'll definitely see divided family, and so for the fact that God gave you that grace to grow up having a father and a mother in the same home, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Another question I want to ask you, who is God to you?
He's everything.
Oh.
He saved me from a lot of things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit of some of the things he saved you from?
Well, growing up, I was a wild man. Just crazy. From shootings and fighting and just being typical teen and stuff.
Yeah.
And growing up, I got into the drug game. So, and I was in it.
Yeah.
I was really in it. And ended up going to prison. I sold drugs for about 19 and a half years before I got busted.
Wow.
Went to prison. And I think by the grace of God, I went to prison because I don't think I would have lasted another year out because that's how wild I was.
Wow.
Either they would have got me or I would have got somebody. It's just the way it was going at that time.
So, like, with being in that lifestyle, like, did you always had to, like, watch your back and making sure nobody's watching you or, when you're driving?
Constantly watching your back. Can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Thinking people are going to rob you. When I started getting into it real heavy, that's when I really had to watch myself. I even had people there that would protect me, watch over me.
Yeah.
They'd walk around the house while I'm in there sleeping.
Yeah.
And that's what they were paid to do, to watch me. And
wow.
Yeah.
So you did mention earlier you did serve time. How many years was it again?
13.
13 years.
13 years.
Wow.
Still on probation right now.
Okay.
Probably got a year and 4 months left.
Man, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Almost there. Continue,
Almost there.
man. Wow. So how was life in prison?
Again, hard. It's hard to go away from the family. From, when I left my daughter, she was only 7, turning 7. My son was 13. And my daughter didn't really understand much what was going on. She thought I was just going to, come right back. But come back, she's a grown woman.
Wow.
You know. And another crazy little story. When I got out, I got a cell phone in the halfway house. I got a Facebook page, and I got a message that somebody was trying to reach out to me.
Yeah.
And they wanted my phone number. It's an old girl that I used to date.
Yeah.
And she ended up telling me, I gave her my number. She ended up telling me that we had a son together. So I met my son at 26 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never knew anything about your son?
And he didn't know about me either. She never told him or me.
For 26 years?
26 years. His name is Marcus.
How did that feel? First time encountering your son for 26 years, didn't even know he existed.
Yeah.
And you just knowing. Were you locked up when you knew this, or when you were out?
When I was out. I was in halfway house.
Oh, wow.
I was in halfway house. Felt weird, you know. It felt crazy. I didn't know what to say. She was worried about what he would, think, and when she ended up telling him, he didn't want nothing to do with me, and my kids didn't want anything to do with him, whereas my older son didn't. Until he ended up calling me, asked to meet me, and we met. Forget some parking lot. We met and talked, and it's like we knew each other our whole lives.
Yeah.
He said he always knew that something was different about him. Balding.
He's bald too.
He was bald, yeah. Bald. But my boys are.
Yeah.
And but yeah, we got along good. My daughter ended up reaching out to him. They talked for a while, and then one day Jacob, my other son, asked her if she's been talking to him.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, that he seems like he's a cool guy. He said, call him and tell him to come drink a beer with me. And that's how they met.
Okay.
And but yeah, and now he worked for me. He worked with me.
Y'all work together?
Yeah, he worked with me.
So y'all got a great relationship now.
Yeah.
Man, that is awesome. I wanna take it back to what you said earlier. You served 13 years in prison. So what gave you hope being in there for that many years? I know it's crazy. You hear stories of people serving time or serving crime that they didn't even commit, right? And you being there for that long, and what gave you hope in that place?
Just getting out, being back with the family. I had the opportunity to run. Had a friend of mine offered to give me $250,000 to run.
Yeah.
Somebody else gave me, or was wanting to give me $50,000 to run. I turned them both down. I didn't want the money.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go do my time, get out, get back with the family. I knew if I ran, I would never be able to come back, to the States. So and I'm glad I didn't.
So you gave away $250,000.
Yeah, well, they were offering it to me, but I just didn't take it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
$250,000.
Yeah.
You could have went anywhere.
Yeah, I could have went anywhere.
Wow. I love one thing I love about your story, because the type of person you are and all the things that we spoke about, you poured out to me, and like to see you still standing, and every time I have a talk with you, you always having that positive advice, positive attitude. A lot of people, they'd have been gave up by now.
Yeah.
They'd have been, what? I've seen everything. I've done so many things. There's nothing else for me here.
Yeah.
They would have been gave up, but you're still thriving. You're still pushing every day.
Yeah. Just getting out. I was getting out. I was, getting back into the same thing that I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was drinking every single day, every day, drinking, smoking.
Yeah.
And I think when you surround yourself around like-minded people,
Yeah.
You know, that want the same thing that you do.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you start to change. That saying goes, show me who your friends are,
Yeah.
or who you hang around with. I'll show you, you know, I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
It's true. When I was there, I just hung around my friends and everything, and I drank and smoked and everything. Love my friends. I love them all. But when I ended up getting this job over here in this, you know, over here in Hearst, it's an hour drive from where I was at. So driving back and forth 2 hours, you know, hour here, hour there. I finally just got a spot over here that I was able to stay at, and took me away from all that, you know, drinking and smoking and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then met my girl, Natalia. She invited me here, GRU, and I started coming, and gave my life to Christ.
Wow.
And got baptized last year.
Come on.
On Easter. And yeah, here I am.
Wow. That is so powerful. You got an encounter with your girlfriend. She's the one that introduced you to GRU, and through GRU you was able to give your life to Jesus.
Yep.
And literally give up everything you used to do
Yeah.
to serve him.
Yeah.
So how did it feel, your first encounter? Like, what was going through your mind? How did it feel? Did you hear something? Did you feel something?
I think the day I gave my life to Christ is probably I want to have that feeling all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I can't explain it. It's like uncontrollable crying, you know, just,
Yeah.
you just feel like, you know, just,
It's like a joy you
Yeah,
can't
it's a
explain,
joy.
right?
and yeah, I wish I had that feeling every time, every day. But yeah, that's.
So
That's
what addiction would you say that you've seen God really break in your life? Addiction that was there for so many years, that you really seen the hand of God, and God just broke those addictions.
Women.
Women. Okay.
Women. For me, it was women. Just
There's a lot of women, huh?
a lot of women.
Man.
A lot of women. You know, with the drugs, and comes the money, and then the money, you know, comes everything else.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the age of 19, I bought my first club. So I had that. Sold it,
19?
19. And then from there, I bought my second one.
Man.
Sold that one. Went to the second one. And a lot of problems in the club business.
Yeah.
I would have never opened up another one.
You had everything going for yourself.
Yeah. Made a lot of money throughout the years. And lost it all. When I got out, I didn't have anything.
Mm.
My sisters and them helped me out with the little money. And
Yeah.
I just got a job and started working.
Yeah.
Working, and you know, that's where
So-
I'm at now.
What advice would you give someone that's watching you right now? Maybe they're going through a situation, and they're going through the similar story that you've been through. And what advice would you give them from now encountering Jesus and Jesus just transforming you? What advice would you give to that person that is still stuck in that lifestyle?
I think if they surround themselves around people that want the best for them,
Yeah.
and like truly want the best for them, and you know, they got to give their life up to Christ. That's number one.
Yeah.
But you know, the main thing is just to come.
Yeah.
Just to show up.
Mm.
And Christ is there. He's right there, just waiting for you to come. You know, waiting on you.
I love the fact that you said the main thing is just to come.
Just to come.
And a lot of people struggle with just to come because they maybe feel like they're not worthy. You know what I mean?
I struggled a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and you know this, the first few times that I was here,
Yeah.
I didn't last a few minutes and I was out the door, you know. And, you know, just continuously coming.
Yeah.
and learning, and yeah, now I love coming.
Come on. There's something about Jesus, you know. I've always tell people this: the deeper you go, the more you begin to experience Him in a way that you have never experienced Him before. And so, you know, that thing you just said, just come, taking that step of just come.
Just come.
God does the rest.
That's it.
You know, man, that's so powerful. And so, if someone that's watching me right now, maybe you feel like you're stuck and you're looking for a way out, just come.
Just come.
You know, say the church again for them so they know.
Generation Rise Up. Here in Hurst, Texas. That's where we're at. That's where it's at. That's where Jesus is at.
So yeah, if you're looking for a church home, someone is watching, come visit Generation Rise Up. And there's a lot of people that have encountered that church and been blessed. So we'd love to invite you there too. You know, the information will be in the bottom for those that want to come and experience the power of God. Listen, I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony to the people. You know, every time I hear you speak, man, it just encourages me more and more.
Yeah.
You know.
We have to do it again. I got a lot of stories.
There you go. There's a part 2 coming, another episode coming. So y'all make sure y'all look out. Do me a favor. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you have subscribed to this YouTube channel so you can know when we're going to be posting more episodes. You guys be blessed.